wish it. Should you accept it? Stay away from my trees, you mother. Yeah. You can't believe how far. There you go. They got a chance now. Can't believe how fast this stuff grows in the Far East. Yeah. Well, today's Thursday, but I've got Friday on my mind. Yeah, this thing, they've cut this thing down, this tree down, like 5 times since I've been here. And whoosh. Hey? Because nothing could stem the avalanche. The leaders talked and talked and talked. It's it's times like this when you realise, hey, it ain't Thursday, it's Wednesday. Woohoo! I've got an extra day. Right then, you know the thing with Amazon, because I haven't bought much from Amazon before, but like they only show like one picture kind of thing, or maybe there might be a diagram picture you can go to or something like that. So, you know, people ask the question, and I sort of question myself, is it really the actual crank set or just one side? Because sometimes they sell just the crank arm, you know, and so yeah, you know, I had a bit of a look around, said yeah, it's actually the set itself. So I've got the, how do you pronounce that, Dior? Shimano Dior. So I figured I'd go for the local stuff. It had this other crank set on it. What was that? FSA full speed ahead. That's what their brand name is. Comet. Apparently they're pretty good. They're 170mm cranks, and I figure, well, I don't know, cost wise and time to get here, let's go with the Japan Amazon JP. Very super fast. And I said, I click this thing, I just leave it out the front, and boom, they leave it out the front, take a picture of it and send it to you. Oh, they've left it, you know. So I've got the pedals are coming. So there's the crank set there, a new chain, and let's see, full 11, 10 and 9 speeds. Got the Shimano bottom bracket, so I could have gone with the FSA, what it had in it, and I had to do some research, what fits what bloody blahs, and these bloody bull dusts, and what fits what, 24mm, but this is the Holotech. Now I don't plan on doing some huge drop-offs anymore, because I have broken bottom brackets in the past. Ouch poos. Yeah, and that is it's the rig I'm about to put together. Yeah, waiting on the pedals for today. The plan is to maybe go back and forth. I've got a few things to pack and send, or I might pack and get them ready, and then on the morrow I'm borrowing the blue rig, and I've got a set of tyres for this unit, and I've got those blocks, and I've got 3 jacks, so I figure I'll put this on blocks, make it look like it's in Detroit, and yeah, whip them off and get them changed, those newer tyres I've got, those awesome ice tyres. I'll keep these ones, and do that, and then with the blue rig I can bring back stuff tomorrow, get those sent out, you know, just lateral thinking stuff. Right then, might have really made a tool maker then, after all. If I didn't blow my freaking brains out on the booze. Anyways, oh, there's one of those quick link designs. I've never had one of those. There you go. I didn't even know I had that. Quick link. You can get this tool to pop them in. From what I saw, I subscribed to this mechanic bloke for bicycles, and his English ain't too good, so it's kind of like, what's he explaining here? But close enough. You can sort of do your own figuring too, and between his information and me, can get it all figured out. So yeah, there's a quick link, and apparently you can get some pointy nose in there and pop them in anyways. But we'll figure something out. Right, so that's that. So it is Wednesday. Right, this unit looks pretty awesome. Alright, so that's that. I've got plenty to do. So let's get this day a rolling. So I've already been to the post office, sent something to Tokyo, so that's good. I'll get that other stuff sorted out. Might even do a bit of a photo shoot. See how we go over the course of the week. They're saying that Saturday, want to go to the market, they're saying Saturday and Sunday rain, but it's been so hodgepodge. It's hard to say. We do believe that the bloke running the Meteorological Society, he's out of his head on the booze. No one can understand what he just, you know, you're standing there in the rain and it's saying on the computery thing that it's sunny. Yeah, and that's in your location too. And that's verified with other people. So, all right, let's get this in here, strapped up, and hit the road, Jack. Two kicks, nice. She likes a warm start, that's for sure. Not really a fan of those auto chokes though. What I meant by that, no one really knows what that bloke's banging on about. A lot of people don't know what's going on, because Shimano gives you a few options with these spacers or something. And do you put spacers in, do you not? Which ones do you use? And apparently it's something to do with if you use a front derailleur. I've got just a single ring on the front. I think there's a shit ton on the back. And then it's all mainly to do with your chain line. So as far as I can understand it, chain line to the centre of the cassette, you should be pretty much where you need to be. That's after watching like an hour or so of this info. I figure, how about we just scrub all that shit and just say chain line should be, and if that's correct, that's correct. If it's not, back to the drum. Oh, that's already dropped down the regular idle. Oh, they kind of started shit, but it seems to be getting better. Yeah, all right. Let's do this. Switch piano. Hear that? Let's see. Every single day of my life. Right then, no more messing about. Let's see if they've got the Neko-san $2 scratchy. Neko-san no mono aru. 本当？あ、これ、じゃあ200円のものをこれお願い、一つ。はい。1000万ぐらい欲しい。いい？ Okay, I think that means 1000 man or something. By 55, there's a bunch of them out there. There's 55 of them and probably 400 bazillions of knots. So we've actually fared okay. We've even won a bit of dough. Probably won about $6 over the course of that one. This Lotto 6 has done me shit. Right. Let's see now. I might have to do a Lotto 6 too. We'll see how we go. Alright, Jack. Koko ii desu ka? Alright, on the go. Is it okay to do it here? Okay, here we go. Let's go to this line. Are we gonna win $1,000? 100,000. That's not looking too good. Oh shit, that's not looking very good. Oh, we got 3. Oh, here's a chance. Futatsu kore and futatsu kore. Next, chance. Here we go. Chance yo. Oh shit, that's not looking too good. It's a hat. That's a bunch of bullshit. Chance. We got futatsu. There we go. Shit. Piece of shit. Nothing there. じゃあ、ロト6。ちょっと待って。 I'll get a 106 ticket instead. We'll see how that goes. Your mission. Should you accept it? Not really call how I would explain what I'm looking for. I think I could possibly, if I could gesticulate, maybe this bird, this bird. You can't. You know, I walked out of the men's dunny and boom, there was a bloke right there, and I sort of skirted around so he could get by me, and electrical area, so this is where I'm at, and I figured upon just immediately, it was like the monkey apes that haven't worked out life, they'd be like, oh, there's an opportunity to say, hey, how come you walked that way, in consideration that I might walk into the men's dunny and not the chicks' dunny? Are you gender non-affirming who my fucking gender or some shit? You know, some ape that hasn't figured out life would jump on that opportunity to go, hey, you haven't fucking, you're thinking that I'm not a woman. Just immediately like that. Japan, they've got men's dunnies and chicks' dunnies, but some apes, the monkey heads, have figured out that, how about we go all do what they're banging on about and make gender non-something or others dunnies now. Yeah, there's a few of them around. Anyways, who gives a shit? Wasting my time thinking about that. Now, we're looking for a 3-prong 200 volt unit. Now that's an earth lead. So we want something that's. I might need a bloke on this one. Why don't you ask the chick? Well, some of the chicks are great here. They know their shit, but some of them don't. Now this looks to me like it might be the go. Now is that just a... No, that also is earth, isn't it? Who am I asking here? Shit. You know, it looks something like that. I'm not... Shit, that looks like something actually. I'm gonna have to, what we got here? 250 volt. 20 amp, 250 volts. Right, I'm gonna have to ask. Maybe they've got 250s fits the 200s. This is something I don't actually know, and I know everything because I'm better than you. I'm better than you, and from the young turds. I don't know. Let's say 125 volts. So that's probably max value. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm going to shut up and try to ask someone. Well, the plot definitely thickens here. So what we've got here, is failure to understand how to communicate. This is a 20 amp, 250 volts. And the compressor's 200 volts. So I think this will handle a maximum of 250 volts due to surges in charge or some bullshit. I'm just making this shit up myself. Anyways, this one here is a 15 amp, 250 volt. That, like I said, 20 amp, 250 volt. And the size here, the socket, would be different. Alright? Why am I asking you anyway? So that would be that unit there. And that would be that unit there. So, Brain says, why don't you go to that, ask some of the chaps that have got machinery in their workshops in the, at the Geiji Kimura, and we can ask those blokes as to what size fittings they run. Yeah, that's 125 volt. That's interesting. That's a different unit. Right, so, or I could grab a couple of these and then waste a couple of bucks. what do we do? Now, I have established that you can take this plate off here and then you feed the wiring through there and wrap them around like I know how to do it now. I just don't know which one you grab. You grab this one, this big bastard here, or this one, this smaller bastard here. I don't know. The memory banks don't tell me nothing because it's a great void that don't know nothing. I'm a vacuous vessel. Trying to come up with a decision here. Here's one idea. Measure them. Go to that. See that bloke and measure those. What he has. I know he's running. Bloke speaks English too. Or I could. What the fuck was I in? Lost my way. What I could do is shit. The plot thickens even more. That would mean I'll probably have to get one of these units. No, I don't have to get that unit. What covers that? Is there a cover for that? No, yes, no, I don't know. Right, what's going on here? What's this unit? This looks pretty interesting. Does that go like that, sort of? Seems like it is. So probably have to get one of these units too. Now they get expensive. Shit. Stuck it. Captain's log. I'm just trying to remember something here. There's a note to self. Point from here to here. Width-wise is around 17. And this unit here, we're looking at, that was on that. Yep, we're looking at 22, the width from here to here. Note to self. Okay, so yeah, the way I see it, you get these dealy wheelies, and it says some nonsense here. I would heat this up with hot water prior to trying to whack it on. It says here it's got some arrows, so I think you got to twist it and go like that and do some images. Probably make it happen. Is it necessary? No. Is it correct and done correctly? Yeah. 16 odd bucks. Shit, around 20 bucks just to make it happen. Right, at least I know. 22.17. Okay. That's close enough for me. Right, now on to the next part of the program. I've got to, yeah, alright. Ah! The rice field of contemplation. The big flashy thing up there. It's nearly noon, as you can see, with the big flashy thing up real high. What have we got here? 11:37. I reckon. Following the, oh, butterfly. There's following, oh, there's another one. The Hungry Fat Chicks exercise program. I think what I might do is try to stand up. Oh, I am, look at that. Oh, there's a bunch of butterflies over there. Suitors, oh, here comes a suitor right here. There's one. He's found a bird. Right then. Oh, there's one there. The white ones. Now, yeah, oh, I am standing. Look at that. Wearing my best garb. They look at you in total disdain when you hold bits and pieces in your shoes and shit, and you look like shit. They don't realise that I'm just fucking godlike. And anyways, anyways, it's fucking push-up time. It's the Hungry Fat Chick exercise program. Yep, here we go. Okay, well, the reason why I mentioned I got Friday on my mind, a few days ago I was contacted by the syndicate, and they informed me that I'll be meeting an agent at a nightclub tomorrow night, and I'm to wear a brooch. Righto, so I took that information and the whereabouts and all, and while I've been designing my disguise, I figured upon this thought of this idea that maybe someone else is wearing a brooch in the nightclub, and we wouldn't want to blow our cover, and therefore I figure, right, and so I contacted the syndicate and I said, inform the agent I'll be wearing more than one brooch. And, okay, so that's the word. So I pulled out my my old ninja costume, and all my gi and all, and I figure, right, I'll come up with a design, an idea of my costume to blend in, and we've got to go incognito. That's what ninjas do. So we can't blow our cover. We've just got to go all incognito, but just sort of contact the syndicate again. I said, all right, well, maybe might need a bit more information. Just look for the best looking person in the place, and that'll give you so they should find me. At least that one agent. I think there's one agent, but you never know. And you always got to be on the lookout. Anyways, this is the costume I've come up with, and I figure they might have a chance of finding me fairly easily. So that's what I've come up with. I do believe that it's as incognito as I can get it. We'll see. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, so have that interlude. Hopefully, be like the last time. A real good looking one. Yes. All right. There we go. Okay. I figure I better check to see how well I can pull my ninja moves whilst wearing this gear. Not the easiest of things. Okay. Now, yeah, and don't get snotty with me. I mean, like the last one that I was able to had an interlude. It's just the perks of the job. I mean, she was a hottie. I'm a hottie. Maybe you're a naughty. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right, don't get all jealous and snotty. You know, it's, as I say, it's just a part of the job. You know, it's you do it for the service. You serve. I aim to serve. Mama. It's nearly 5 already. Okay, let's install some stuff. That's in. Right, left side. Now, with some of these, the Euro ones, they have a left-hander even for the bottom bracket. Threadings. Now you gotta see, one of these threads is a right-hand thread and one of them's a left-hand thread. Once you get to know that, so you gotta just figure out, right, if your force is going that way, you want to be tightening, which means left-hand thread on your pedal. Force is going that way, you want to be tightening right-hand thread with your pedal. Now, with the Japanese systems, they have right-hand thread for the bottom brackets, but the Euro system, I think the Italian system, has I'll put some grease in there and all, has a left-handed system. Now, I've decided to go with one 2.5 spacer there and one 2.5 spacer on that side. I'm going to give that a whirl and have a look at the chain line. I'm going to take this chain off at some stage. It's not looking like it's going to work too well. Maybe I'll see if I can get that over and then get the crank there and see where they were at, and then we can measure the chain and see what we can do. Chains do stretch, so we'll see if we can get in the ballpark there. Right, we have this fancy pants unit here. Let's tighten this thing up, shall we? Now, from what I've seen off the net there, there's this Shimano type, they have a little thing in here. They say it's not actually necessary to keep, but they use that. What that does, it's a locator. It's like a little pin lug type of thing. There should be a hole somewhere on this unit. I did see it earlier. There we go. It's under there. And that there. Right, see that? That little unit in there. Right, flicks up, it flicks down, and then it'll locate. You want to go central to that piece there. You want to go central to the pin in here, which is just in there. So I've got to loosen this off a bit and pop that up somehow, and then pop it back in. That's the plan with these units. Now, the wonders of the internet. Would not have known that otherwise. Okay, so this little dealy wheelie here, this side is a hole and this side is a slot. Not a slot, a slot. Alright, now this thing here, it's got a little dealy there that locates that hole that I mentioned. A little dealy there. And so you get this one in first. I think you do your preload first of all, because I don't see that it didn't like just slide back on. Had to take this out for it to pop on unless I use some force. Didn't try that. Here's our little locator dealy. Now, will that, as the screw is in here, will that go over that? Oh, it does. Okay. Well, there you freaking go. Okay. Now, so that way I can facilitate my preload and the bearings for what I mean by that is no one cares about this story. Yeah, I could put that there. No, I could put that there. No, I could put that in. No. What about there? Okay. Now, so pressure towards the bearing, and therefore I can. Right, I've got to sort out that dealy. Right. There's an O-ring there. Alright, and put pressure toward my bearing, the bottom bracket, in order to not have that much play. Right. Okay, tolerance of play. Alright, let's see. Due to, I'm going to take those spacers out. I put the 2.5s in there, and due to just the location of where this is, I was the opposite. As far as I understand, the European rigs have a 2 right-hander threads, but on the right-hand side with the Shimano's, this is actually loosening. So this, on the right-hand side, it has a left-hand thread. So that's tightening, that's loosening on the right-hand side. Okay, so I'm going to do away with these spacers and see how we go with the go in there. I'm going to do away with this. Right, to tighten on the right hand side, and they show you on these little things that says tighten, a little arrow there too, so that helps you out. Okay. Alright, so with the Shimano ones, they do have a right and a left thread, same as you have on pedals, and the Italian models, apparently they don't have that. Okay, let's give this a bit of a heave-ho with 2 hands. Right, now back to square one. Yeah, so the reason why some run spacers and some don't, because there's some different types of setups for derailleurs, front derailleurs. Now I'm just running the single dealy wheelie on here. This is actually a 32, where it once was a 30. Pretty close. And I'm running the Dior, or whatever they call these things, and that was the Comets. Seems they were running a single spacer, or maybe, one spacer on one side, slightly different. That's an FSA, that thing, that's Shimano. I wonder if that thing is the same type of thread as that unit there. interesting to find out. Right, so go. Righto, they don't give you a tool to put this little unit in. It's just a little plastic cap thing. I don't think it's that necessary, but say they loosen off, that's supposed to be your last form of defense or something. And they don't give you a tool to lock this thing up. It's like a spline type of deal. So I just decided to find the other screwdriver. The other screwdriver. Don't tell anyone I did that, but it worked bloody perfectly. It's just plastic anyway, it gives a shit. It's not like it's... Alright, but I had to sift in here to find some. I got my vernier caliper out and sized up the inside diameter of the spline, and I'm like, righto, took me a while to find one, but there you go. That's okay. Now, let's see if we can rob these pedals off this one here. Temporarily. Okay, so that feels real nice. We might try that original chain initially, see how we can go with that. See where we go. These are gooey as. Like, just touching them is like, ew, and they just get goo. Ew, ooey, ooey, pooey. Now, yes. So it seems to me that you it's not time to break into song, okay? Now, seems to me that the chaps that were just like I did, you know, I was like, hey, the Shimano's, let me go backwards, Shimano, so that's like a normal right hand thread, okay, and that is on this side of the bottom bracket is a left hander. Okay, so what we want to do with the pedals, the motion should show a right hand thread, and in order to tighten, and on this side we'll have a left hand thread in order to tighten. That's the theory. Alright, now let's solder on and test our theory. Okay, so the theory is correct. Now, personally, I think that whomever came up with the design of these particular spanners, these spanners have got some kind of wonky kind of thing. Now, I'll show you in a second. This dealie here, as you can see, I'm turning it in the clockwise direction, but what it is doing is loosening. The reason for that, going over there, keep sticking to him, keep sticking to that bloody thing. Now, the reason for that is when you are pedaling in this motion, you are putting a slight amount of force in this direction, and what that can do, if it's a right hand thread, it can loosen the over time, frictiony, powery, whatever high-techy words I'm trying to come up with, it can loosen the pedal off, and therefore you want to understand that it's a left hand thread. Now it can be, sometimes you can just look at the thread itself and recognize it to be a left hand thread. Now on the other side we have a standard right hand thread. Now you can see from the angle of the threadings that that's a left hand thread. You can see up here, trying to find my finger, there it is, up here is there, that's stupid, not that finger, this finger, not that one. Up here is higher, and down here is lower. And that represents left hand thread. Now what I was trying to say about these stupid bloody, see these spanners, they've got like a cutaway or something in here, a recess or something, for some stupid freaking reason. Whoever designed that type of spanner, just if you ever find them, take them out and shoot them. Yeah. See if I can. Yeah. You fucking stupid. Keeps missing. Oh, what's going on? What are we doing? Where are we going? What's going on now? Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back in a minute. Need a couple of hands for this. Righty-ho. Needed a humper dumper. Had to put that on the corner here and pop that out and let it fall down on this soft stuff. This is the only 15mm spanner I have. Most of my other gear's back at the ranch. See that cutaway, that rounded section in the top there? It's supposed to help you get into some certain type of thingy wingies. There's not enough back here. Alright? Not enough back here to warrant popping it on something, and it's not really enough on this side to go like that and just to... It's a shit design. Alright? And they need to be shot. Just take them out and shoot them. That's what I would do. Now, let's get the other pedals, right? Right then, now if you can envision your pedaling in this motion. Not this way. You're going here this way. And what that force does, it applies force like this. And therefore, it's designed to tighten or continue to keep it tight as you pedal. Now, so on the right hand side, you have a standard right hand thread. You'll come across rarely left hand threads, but there's a reason for this need to do that. Now, when I go to whack them in here, yeah, they're 15mm. Maybe that equates to some 15mm across the flat, as far as I know. And this stupid bloody bullshit spanner, it's the only one I've got. Sometimes I can't get a shifter in there, or a wrench, as they say. I might have to grind it down or something. Sometimes I've had to do that before, grind down the shifters in order to get them in there. Right, now, so I'll pop this off. Good idea to whack a little grease, something or some such. I found this stuff in a whole pack of stuff in there. This is good shit, this. So good idea to sort of give it a little bit of lube just for the next time some poor bunny has to take them out. Yes, alright, let's go and see if we can get this stupid spanner off this fucking thing. Or maybe we'll use it right now. Right on, so I used to do a fair bit of mountain biking back in the day, and I can clearly see that it's not the first rodeo for this unit. I have ground this down in order to get it in there to make it happen. Now, I wish I had just a standard proper 15mm without this fancy bullshit that doesn't work good. But yeah, I have ground that down before we get it in. I do so believe that I could utilise this little unit here. It'll just get by, so we'll be okay with that. Not that anyone cares about this story. Do you live there? Or, yeah, I think so. That's something you need to do. Put your tools in the same location every time. Now, let's think. Going that way needs to tighten that way, and therefore it's a left-hand thread. So we go like that one, and you've got to be real nice and accurate when you're nice and straight and get them on there. Oh yeah, what's going on right now? Just get it nice and straight like an alcoholic on a 6-week binge. Yeah, what we going? What's going on right now? Come on, nice and straight, one-handed, because you're trying to film the fucking bullshit. Okay, there we go. Now, sometimes you can get more than just get them a little bit in. There we go, and they try to grab and that sort of works, you know. You try to grab it and show the theory, mate. Okay, now, granted, these pedals look slightly feminine. They do. A little bit on the feminine side. Don't want to get this stuck again, this stupid bloody bullshit. Alright, let's grab hold of that one and then do a little bit of that one. We'll be alright. Well, prior to doing anything with this new chain, I don't really want to plonk that on for now. Starting to have some progress with this original chain. A lot of lube. Sort of wasn't popping off. A bit of tension there, and as it releases here. But now it's starting to get a fine line. A lot of these links wouldn't move properly, and then they'd start to come off, and I'm thinking, shit, does this chain even fit this sprocket? But after a bit of struggle, and how we go on there for angles, she seems to not popping off now. Not that. Still loosen up a bit. A bit more lube and looby doob, and she'll be making it happen, I reckon. So we won't give up on this chain just yet. It seems to me you live your life like a real rusty chain. And that would have been embedded into the original sprocket anyways. Not what I'm talking about, but it sounds very technical. Sounds like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. I reckon we might try to go for a spin on this. Let's see. Let's just go for second gear. Will that do anything without moving the... Yeah. Let's go for that one. And go for a... Try to fucking click it up a gear. There we go. Did it do anything? No. There we go. Popped up. Okay. So there. So there. About another one. Ooh, nice! Ooh, and she's got a nice feel to it. Doesn't feel like it's trying to catch and jump and mess about and have to adjust derailleurs. And ooh, that went up nicely. Now I want to know halfway. There we go. We're on 5th now. How we are as far as chain line is concerned. And it seems to me I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, it's sort of... I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just keep going. Well, it seems to me I prefer to be in motion before changing gears, but she's... Oh, nice! And it seems to me you're trying to get... Oh, she got up there. What about the top gear? Oh, oh, shit. What are we doing? What's going on right now? Nice! What about we just run her down all her gears and see what that does? Jumping. Jumping! Oh, you got more. What are we doing? Where we going? What's going on right now? Jumping. Can you get the first gear? Oh! Nice! Now that is progress. I've still got some brake cleaner that is used for brakes and not just starting small engines. I really use this for its intended use. Yeah, alright, there we go. That's some serious progress right there. And that, we don't really want to get this all over everything else, but disc brake cleaner, yeah. Ooh, this stuff dries real quick, and have to have a few key eye noises right there. Progress. Yeah, I've got to... I'll show you what I've been doing this very day, in case some people go, the tunny fellow said, oh, I've got this job on the morrow to move a bunch of steel. I need a hand. I'm like, right, shit, how am I gonna... Charging that dearly. How am I gonna juggle, you know, life and doing all that shit? I can't wait till I get my rig sorted out. Currently I'm still on the rig. I got all this sorted out today. That, and that. That's something. That's something. Now there's a couple of these things can go via the the air freighter. They're open every day, and they're open 8 to 8, so I can get that sorted out. Some things going via sea. That's Japan Post. That's sea freight. That's EMS. That's sea freight. That's sea freight. That's Yamato. That'll be that freighter. That there. That's another bizzo. Making things happen. The young bloke over there. I found that this is same as his, actually, but I don't know the locations. He uses a dealie with 4 of these dealies, so I was like, hang on, this thing's got 3 dealies, but turns out that this here is an earth which goes to there, which is anywhere on the body for earth. So we've got a black and white, I reckon that's a negative and a positive. So this would be what, 4 phase or whatever you call this bloody bizzo. He's got that stuff in there. And so I can't quite see where the locations are, but at least we know it's of one of those 4 prongers. And so I can get what he's got, but I don't know the locations. Somehow we'll figure that out. See, working on this, working on that, doing this, doing that, and me shit at the same freaking time. So trying to make it happen. And yeah, Tony Fellow chucked another spanner in the works there of like, oh, can you give me a hand in the morning? He said, I said, oh, how long will it take? Because I've got all this other shit I'm supposed to do. And he goes, oh, I'll only take an hour. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Of course it will. But that's alright. I'll give him a hand. He helps me out all the time, so that's good. I am going to take this off the table and go for a spin on it. Now, I've been thinking about this bizzo. That's, to me, about 5 mil offline. So I reckon that this here, I don't see there's been able to move a lot of movement in there, so that might just chuck out that idea. We'll work on that. I think maybe it's the rim that's been set offset slightly to accommodate this braking system or something. I don't know. Let's go for a run on it and see how it feels. You've got to get some new grips, but that's not essential right now. Apparently, the Japan Posty dudes, they said that the pedals that I ordered are going to be, so I don't really have the dough to do this, but I see it as exercise. Exercise, very important. Okay, so I'll spend dough on that. These blokes are saying that that unit will show those pedals sort of cross country, not hardcore drop off jumper type stuff, but they're good enough, I reckon, for the price. Now these dudes are supposed to, it said that the pedals will arrive today, but I just don't see that that's the case. But all the other shit arrived when they said so. Oh, we'll see, might be there. Right, now, let's go have a bit of a rumble on this unit. I'll have to remember to put that glove back on, because these things are gooey. Ew! Now, before I do that, let's talk briefly about chains and lubrications. Chains and lubrications. Let's... Anyway, oh, I was just about to say there's some more of that shit. Oh, that G10, oh, we got here, G20. Ooh, that sounds pretty bloody good. Maybe that's for it's more thicker viscosity. See, when I was more serious about what I was doing, see this kind of stuff, right? CRC, you great lube, but it can attract dirt and stick dirt and all that sort of stuff. So for instance, dudes that are, I'll just file this bastard over there. Yeah, disrespect me, you bastard. I was in the middle of a talk, something real serious. Now, when I was more serious about what I was doing on these bonky wonkies, I would get this proper, see the direction of this dealie? That's the connector one there, so it's got to be that dealie and not the other way, because it can hit under the bingo. Now, I would utilise this expensive spray grease stuff that's Gepu designed to keep dirt out of your O-rings and stuff. So I would generally use that stuff for this rig. Don't have any now, but that's for the stuff that I prefer to use for that. But as to bicycle chains, I do have a new one, like I said here, and it's got one of those fancy pants clippy things that I've never used before. See, you get back into this sort of thing after years, and I'm like, what? I never knew that existed. So yeah, you know, if you're really serious about, or you're hitting you're getting hitting a lot of dirt stuff. Give it a looby doob on the areas that flex. And yeah, just remind me to zip tie this unit in here. Been a bit tighter. Now. And I might whack one in there too. These dealies here seem to be tight enough. That would be for a front derailleur. And that unit there for a water bottle. Yeah, that's all tight, so that's good. Okay. Let's see if we can find another zip tie. We want one about this size. Do we have one? Yeah. Zip. Oh, there we go. Zip ties, mate. They're the shit. Yeah. Find one there. Nice colour coding. Good. I'm really bothered about that sort of shit. Wire twisting tool. So you don't give your tools away. You never know when you're going to need them. I'll whack that in there. Any other shit we need to do? I want to get a quick release for this. I don't like that sort of shit, because if you're going on some serious downhill stuff, you want your seat all the way down so you don't whack yourself in the jugulies. Battery change. In regards to like whomever owned this bicycle, I believe they owned that one too. They were either blind or they just weren't very good at the zen and the art of bicycle maintenance. I mean, look at the angle down there where the brakes are positioned, for instance. I mean, I can understand the lever position for the changing gears and all. I mean, they've got some pretty good components and shit on this. This is a race face freaking Evolve on here. That's some good shit. I mean, just the way these, I mean, regardless of, you know, the bike's attitude and going downhill, whatever. I mean, look how far over. It's like he's leaning over the freaking handlebar. Now, these dealies here, I'll set them to where I want them this way in relation to my fingers and where I prefer on the bar, blah blah blahs, at a later stage. But initially, what you need to do is, you don't want them, same as that rig there, to be too tight. You don't want them to be too loose, obviously, but you don't want them to be too tight. But for instance, I like a high clutch, so I'm not going to make that high brake and And but you want it, so these are set, so if you do have a bit of a bonky poos, a bit of a dirt sample, same with this, it will move under duress, but it won't break. But some of these modern things have this little cutaway in here in that event, and hopefully that bit will break without damaging anything, especially your front brake, due to force of hydraulic fluid. You find here everywhere, see there's a white mark. See that? See that? A white mark there. There's a white mark there. There'll be a white mark there. A white mark there. Everywhere I locate, I set markers. Same with the bars, everything. Even though you've got in here, you've got graduations written in here that you can sometimes see if you take it off. And so, you know, I put markers for positionings and all this sort of shit, so that I set my levers to that position, to here, and then I can go ahead, you know, in this plane here, and then I can go ahead and adjust to suit what I want in this plane here. So yeah, you don't want them too loose. That's where you're hiding. You don't want them too loose, because if you're doing some pretty, well, if you're doing mountain biking, you're gonna have a dirt sample. So you want to sit on the rig itself. I'm just gonna get them close to where I sort of prefer for now, and I'll mess with that at a different stage, at a latter stage. I need to answer this. Yeah, sitting on the bike and then getting them to where you feel just right. And I prefer to use just the one finger with hydraulic brakes, depending on how powerful these things are on this side generally, and sometimes I might go for my clutch finger, that one. Give them the finger, mother. And that is my clutch finger. So for training for motocross, I would, when I was into mountain biking pretty heavily, I would always utilize this. It's always the same fingering, and so basically you transfer all that muscle memory straight to what you're doing with moto. I'll have to go over this entire rig. I need a 4mm for that. There's a 4mm, not 5mm. Oh, there you go. Surely that's not. That's most of this shit's 4mm now. See, it's all bloody different, isn't it? Okay, so what are we discovering here? Headset's 4mm. Yeah, the stem is utilising 4mm dealies, cut screws, dealies. These are just rusty, that's all. That's why my 5mm wouldn't make it happen. So I thought that was a bit strange. Yeah, if we have a 4mm there, so it is 5mm, but they're 4. So some are different and some aren't, and yeah, so some of these things are utilising 5 and some 4s. Yep, that's actually set. Let's check. Yeah. God, I've used that freaking pipe 1,000 fucking times. Don't want to go near the gooey. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, they're way too tight. Clearly, you know, whoever owned this didn't know shit about these sorts of units. Oh, Gepu. It's coming on like, what is it? 7. Here we go. Now, we'll prefer to have a glove. We'll set these at a latter stage, so I can position them how I prefer them. We'll just do that for now. We'll get on with it. Right, I'm going to shut up and go and play with this. Okay, hopefully those pedals will show up at some stage. I don't know if my derailleur might be a little on the bent side. we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I've noticed that just going around, I noticed bits and pieces here and there. Clearly, whomever owned this thing, I just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. It's seen some dirt, like look at the scrapers along here, and this has had quite the ding here. I don't think that's enough to change it. Like this, for example, this should not be leaning in this position. A stick gets in here, pops it out. That should be around over here. Just quick release here. You know, just sort of, you notice shit like that. So I guess if you were ever to buy, say, something that's you could fucking kill yourself on, like a unit like that, you know, if you're going to buy a second-hand one, you look at the bloke and to try to assess whether they know what a spanner looks like. Good idea. Yes. That looks a bit that looks a bit feminine. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, the bloke was blind. I reckon. A blind dude buying a bicycle. Yeah. Yeah, I figured I'd set that back here to something more appropriate. So you're doing like downhill and trails and shit, and you might have whether you come off the trail or not, you might get some sticks and shit pulling in there, and that loosens that off. Anyway, to reposition this, but as I did, because I found that this was, when I span it a while back, and I was worried about its line, I was thinking it wasn't tracking correctly, and so now I loosen off and mess with the axle a little bit. Now she spins beautifully, doesn't touch the pads at all. Looks like it's positioned correctly in there. Yeah. Nice. Yes. So I reckon that this, just the axle itself, was not aligned correctly, and now I'm getting a very nice tracking line. So I was worried that maybe there was something wrong with it. Maybe the wheel hasn't been built correctly, it's been off-centered possibly for a reason, bloody blahs. But now I'm quite pleased with its tracking. I guess if you wanted to go, I have to get rid of that, that's a bit feminine, that stand, but they do help. You know, if you got, say, a white piece of paper or something like that, you spray some shit on if you wanted to, and then pushed it along to have a look at your tracking from, and see how straight the frame is and all that, and have a look how your tracking goes. That derail it. I'll have to loosen up a little bit more too, but I reckon I have to give a ride of it, right? But now she seems to be tracking quite nicely, so I think it's just been set up by someone that's like dumb. My, I must say, I am impressed with its rolling speed, its ability to crank up hills, changing gears. I'm impressed. I mean, my old deer that I used to run, I had triple clamps on my thing at one stage, fantastic, and then I changed to this what everyone else was using. I didn't like what everyone else was using. I remember the last time I rode that fairly seriously, a younger guy than me came with me, and he was bombing down the thing. I was struggling with my old rig, and shit, if I had this thing, different story. Yeah, my old rig, it just pretty much had its day, and yeah, it was had to put that out to pasture. But my, this thing feels really light, and fair enough, it doesn't have, you know, like suspension force, and so I never had rear suspension. I always just had just the front, and always had the hardtails. But shit, this thing cranks easily uphill, so you're not expending energy there. And she, God, does it just? I was surprised with these fat tires how well they would roll, and I'm very impressed. Yeah, it's got some agility to it and speed. Like, just that old unit that I was running, yeah, she just, I don't know, all the rear was all pretty shot. I broke bottom brackets on the things and huge drop-offs and shit like that. So yeah, it just didn't have the speed. Like, I can just feel, just with that short ride up that hill, and I went for it down the hill. I didn't want to go too, well, I kind of let it go. I let go of the reins for a while there. The front brakes, pretty happy with that. Rear, we need to bleed it, because it's pretty much got just about nothing, nigh on nothing. It's working. It's just gonna need a bleed. But shit, the speed it goes. I mean, speed is speed, but yeah, my old rig, just didn't roll the same after I put it through all that punishment. I guess the frame might not exactly have been very straight. I mean, this thing tracks beautifully. It wasn't an hour ago, but because I was really questioning that, and now I'm just there's a visual difference. So I reckon that axle was just not. It was just tweaking it. That's what was happening. Yeah, it was tweaked. Wow, wow! I was just like, ooh. And she rolls beautiful. So clearly, my old dear. You know, I must have bent the living shit out of it and just wasn't tracking good. It had its day. But yeah, it kind of disappointed me a bit, this young guy on this fancy pants rig. Off he went quick enough, and he could crank it up hills real quick, and I had to jump off mine and push it up. You know, kind of disappointed me. But I am very pleased with this. So yeah, I'm well keen to you know, get back into this and get back in a bit of training. I'm going to study Hungry Fat Chick and what she does for training, and the great philosopher that she is. And hopefully I can get a bit fitter and stronger and faster and all that shit. I've been messing about with this chin-up bar here. What have we got now? A resident bloody bug has decided to show up. So I think that's a baby dragonfly, isn't it? Oi, why don't you piss off? That's my chin-up bar. He's doing chin-ups too. Look at him. There you go. He's hanging off the chin-up bar. Pretty bloody tough, I reckon. Or is he stuck on a spider web? That could be it. Let's see if we can give this bloke a hand. Do they bite? We're about to find out. Oh no, he's alright. We're about to find out. Fucking Aussies. Steve Irwin. What a champion. Safety first. Now I find it's kind of dark out there now, but this time of year all these mini bugs come along, and you're riding along on the scoot and they fucking whack you in the eyeballs, and God, it's bad. And they sting and shit. So my idea is whack on some eye protection. Now the idea is, because it's dark and you're wearing sunglasses, you won't be able to see where you're going. Because I'm smart. The story of my life is the crank, all the gears ready to go. I've got those sort of feminine looking pedals on the things, but my pedals showed up from Pax, was it Pax Cycle, and I got this notification from the they give these things to you, undelivered item notice, but they had specific instructions to just leave it at the door. And so I figure, oh yeah, I'm okay with that, you know, fair enough. But so I come down here, ping pong, there's no one fucking here. And they're generally open like really late, so they're out. Some of the I can hear that car's cooling down, so he's probably in there taking a shit, I guess. But this is what computers do. You know, you don't need people anymore. You get rid of 10 people, right? Because the computers will do the frickin' work. I shouldn't be here. Shouldn't have to be doing this. I want my shit. Alright, bugger it. But I shouldn't have to be doing this. That's the thing. That's what pisses me off. Alright. Come on tomorrow. It's not like I have to have them right now anyways, but I shouldn't have to be doing this in the first fucking place. Alright. Am I having a gripe? Oh, here we go. There's one of these dudes. Yeah, this will be good. Alright. Yay! Someone showed up. Okay, so that young bloke's gonna sort it out. He said, Tublin, maybe, I think he said Tublin. Tublin Darriamore Inai, meaning there's no one there. Darriamore, what car am I seeing? Don't know who did it or something. Darriamore means like, don't know who, or something like that. I think it's like Daria Screwmaster, who made it, something like that. Daria Nusunda, who stole it, or Daria Moore Wakama Sen Nusunda. It was like someone stole it, something like that. Oh yeah, I think I know that word, sort of ish. It's on the vague peripheral of could be, possibly, maybe. That's close enough. So he checked that door, that's like he's gone around the other side. So it's in likelihood, which is usually what happens to me, you go to pick up your stuff and I've got a 50% chance it's probably still in one of these rigs and he's doing his thing somewhere else. There we go. Oh great, there we go. Hang on, I'm going to show my juice show. Hi.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown.
Righto, so that's all sorted. And got those dealies. And typical of my existence. Look at them, more trains. Reminds me of Ijiri. Ugh. God, thank God I'm not there anymore.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.